Now we come to the mental state of anger. And anger is usually an escalation of ill will. So you started with negative deep towards other people, and you had negative thoughts. And anger comes when the mind won't let go of mental hate or negativity towards someone. It's usually someone, but it can also be situations and the ending of certain situations that are delightful. So you find that the mind is flooding with these thoughts. It's imbued in a very intense way, more so than ill will. And it takes it a little step further where you wish harm on another person. That maybe you think that person has hurt me, so I want to hurt them back. That person has harmed me, so I want to harm them back. Or that person has harmed someone I care about, so I want to harm or hurt them back. And you get quite angry and heated up. Anger usually means you heat up in your mind. You can also get angry because you've experienced something good, you had fun, but then it comes to an end and you still want more. So a good example is like you've gone to a party, but it comes to an end and you're really disappointed, strongly disappointed, and so you get angry with the people who are closing it down. Or maybe your parents tell you it's time to go to bed, but you're not ready to go to bed, and so you try and find a way to stay up, but they keep telling you you have to go to bed, and you end up getting quite angry about it. Or it could be that you expected something to happen at a particular time or on a particular day, and it either didn't happen or it didn't happen on time. So the example that's given is sometimes maybe you're waiting for the bus and for whatever reason it's late, and on this day you have a test or you have to meet for something to do with sports or a team. And because the bus is running late, you're getting really agitated. And so when the bus eventually arrives and it's 10 or 15 minutes late and you know you're going to be late for what you've got planned, you get really angry with the bus driver. Or you just get really angry in your mind. Or it can be something else. It can be something at work. And you think something has gone wrong and it's somebody's fault and you just get angry. So what does it sound like? So it could sound like, in the first instance, you hurt my friend. So I'm not happy about that and I'm going to argue with you and accuse you and make you feel bad. Another example could be, I don't want to get ready for school. I don't want to go to school. I don't want school holidays to end. It's not fair. Why can't we have more holidays? You get quite angry. Or it could be you wanted your parents to make a snack for you. It could have been your mum or your dad. And so normally you expect it to happen, but for some reason it didn't happen that day. Maybe something happened that delayed them, a good reason, but you didn't realize that. And so you say, where's my snack? How come you didn't make my snack? Usually it's there. You're silly. And so, anger arises out of that. Or it could be that in your house you have one big TV that you share. And at the same time, 3 different people in the family want to watch something different. And so you start getting angry about not being able to watch what you want. So those are some examples of anger, when it can arise and how it can arise. So have a think about your own examples of when you get angry. It could be that there is some anger in your mind now, or there are examples in the past where you have gotten angry And recall those moments and think about what the mind has been like when it's there. So we ask ourselves again, what is the mind like when there is anger present? When we're deeply unhappy about something or someone, the mind feels really tight and heated up, very grumpy, very unhappy, very intense. Sometimes it's a good example to use that when we have any of these mental stains, it's like inviting a stranger into your house who is filthy. Imagine someone who is filthy, who you don't know, who is smelly. You don't know where they've come from, but they look really bad, like really dirty and darkened. And they might have things growing on their hands or feet. Maybe they've got stuff oozing out of wounds. Or maybe they just smell really bad. Just imagine the worst smell. Maybe it's the sewer. And so imagine inviting someone like that into your safe space, into your home. And the mind is like your safe space. It's usually clean. And so when you invite this foul-smelling, dirty, filthy-looking thing to that safe place, the mental stain is like that. Anger, hostility, ill will, covetousness and greed, derogation, all these things that we're talking about are a bit like that. And do you want to invite that kind of person or thing into the mind? Something that's so dirty and filthy and smelly? And as we're holding on to this anger, again, think about, do we like observing and being around people that are angry? Do we like what's emanating from them, the vibes we're getting from them, let alone what they end up saying out loud? The answer is no. We don't like being around angry people. Even if we're not the people that the person is angry with, but we don't like the vibes that we get. So equally, other people wouldn't like to be around us if we are angry and if we have angry words, which is usually where it ends up. We end up verbalizing what we're angry about. So it seems like a really good idea to let go of anger, to know that it's not a good quality state of mind to be in. And there's a meanness when we're angry. These angry thoughts are filled with mean-heartedness, unkindness, very judgmental. And we never ask the question, are we right? Are we justified for this anger? Is it really true? And we could be wrong. So let's make a strong intention to abandon anger and angry thoughts. We know that people like the Buddha, like Venerable Mahamoggallana, who I've mentioned, and people that practice the Buddha's path, they don't hold anger. They don't intend to hold anger in their minds, or ill will, or covetousness and greed, or any of these mental stains. And so we shouldn't either. When we have this strong intention to let go of anger, what is the mind like? It starts to cool down. It starts to grow lighter. If we were carrying 17 suitcases of anger and we realize we don't need to have all this anger, it's lighter. The mind can become kinder to other people at this point. In the absence of anger, the mind gets happier. And then it gets more peaceful. So let's experience what the mind is like without carrying all those suitcases of anger in our minds.